Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of September 20, Friday. I'm Riza Diaz. Jumpstarting today's rush with several towns in Luzon suspending classes yet again due to bad weather. Classes in all levels are suspended in Calatagan, Lemery, Nasugbu, Santo Tomas, and Taal in Batangas, and as well as some towns in Pangasinan, including Lingayen, San Manuel, and Urbistondo. Now, there are also no classes in all levels in the entire provinces of Cavite and Rizal, as well as in the town of Macabebe in Pampanga. Meanwhile, only preschool to senior high school students have no classes today in Bagao, Cagayan, Lipa, Batangas, and Mangatarem, Pangasinan. And over in Benguet, classes in preschool to elementary have been suspended in the towns of Itogon, Mancayan, and Tublay. And just minutes before broadcast, the town of Balayan in Batangas also declared class suspension in preschool to senior high. Now, parts of La Union also suspended classes today. Classes in all levels are suspended in Aringay, Bagulin, Buang, Caba, San Gabriel, San Fernando, and Sudipen. Now, only preschool classes are suspended in San Juan. Tropical cyclone Nympha has intensified to tropical storm category. Now let's get the latest on the weather. Straight from Pag-asa, joining us on the line is weather forecaster Raymond Ordinario. Raymond, good morning. We would like to know the latest on Nympha.
Yes, Rita, good morning, and this is the latest information regarding Nympha, and it is already intensified into a tropical storm category, and it's, as of 3 a.m., it is estimated around 580 kilometers east-northeast of Basco, Batanes, with maximum sustained winds of 75 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness that may reach up to 90 kilometers per hour. Currently, it is now moving on a westward direction at 25 kilometers per hour, and it is expected to exit PAR by tomorrow morning or afternoon.
Is Nympha supposed to be affecting the Habagat also and is bringing us rain?
Yes, Nympha enhances a little bit of our southwest monsoon or our Habagat that really brings rains over the Luzon area, especially on the western side of southern Luzon that includes Metro Manila.
Raymond, are there also gale warnings?
As of now, because of Nympha and our Habagat, the gale warning was raised over the coast of Batanes, Calayan, Babuyan, Cagayan, Ilocos Norte, Isabela, Ilocos Sur, La Union, Pangasinan, Aurora, Zambales, Bataan, and Quezon, including the Polio Islands. So we're still reminding our fisher folks and those who have small sea crabs not to venture out of the seas of those seabirds because we're still expecting high winds.
How about other weather disturbances? Are we seeing any as of the moment?
As of the moment, we are not seeing, we are not monitoring any weather disturbances near the Philippine area of responsibility. But at this moment, the Northwest Pacific, where Philippines resides, is having some active convection already happening outside. So we're still keep monitoring. But as of now, until Nympha exits our PAR tomorrow, we're not expecting any tropical cyclone or low pressure that may develop within the PAR area.
Raymond, we heard, of course, about the haze from Indonesia because of the wildfires, reaching parts of Visayas and Mindanao already, and likewise in Palawan. Are there any updates?
Regarding the air quality that we have here in the Philippines, it is the Environment Management Bureau of the DENR that is monitoring the air quality. It is not Pag-asa's mandate, or we don't have any monitoring station for that purpose, so we cannot give an update. But as of now, based on the information coming from our folks from the Environmental Management Bureau, there is still monitoring some smoke or some dust or some air pollutants that may affect especially the Mindanao area, because this smoke is coming from the fire that is happening over the Indonesian area. So it's better for our fellow those who reside in Mindanao and Visayas to coordinate with the regional offices of DENR in the update for this haze that they're experiencing right now.
All right, thank you for those information. That was Pag-asa weather forecaster Raymond Ordinario. Today officially marks the start of the PNP's manhunt operations to retrieve the remaining convicts freed under the GCTA law. And over at the NCRPO, Major General Guillermo Eleazar has already set things in motion at the break of dawn. Gary De Leon will tell us more.
Following the lapse of President Duterte's deadline, NCRPO's tracker team held a command conference to discuss how to deal with the remaining convicts at large who were freed under the GCTA law. Metro Manila's top cop, Guillermo Eliazar, had strict orders to bring back the convicts alive.
You were directed to organize your own tracker teams. At iba't ibang station, merong corresponding number ng mga targets.
The initial list of the NCRPO's tracker team of 176 were immediately down by 2 after one inmate surrendered on Thursday night before the deadline lapsed, while another was found inside the Navotas City Jail. Meanwhile, in QCPD Station 6, 2 former inmates turned themselves in despite not being part of the DOJ's list. They claimed to be prisoners who were given GCTAs for not attempting to escape during Yolanda, but because of fear, they decided to show up at the station.
Sinubukan namin din manigurado na lang po, sir, ba? Sa buhay, kay 1 milyon pa naman ang patong. Kawawa naman kami.
Wala naman akong dapat ikatakot dahil sinerve ko naman lahat yung sentensya ko eh. Nananahimik naman po ako sa loob, basta bigla lang nila ako pinalabas. Sa akin, makasiguro lang po na malinis yung pangalan ko.
However, the station's tracker team is having trouble locating the addresses of the convicts as stated in the DOJ's list. Although they've already sought the help of barangay officials, they still couldn't find them.
Well, dito sa pagtatanong natin sa ating sa Barangay Commonwealth, gusto natin malamang yung tao yung kung saan nakatira. At ang sagot naman nila is i-locate naman nila. Ngayon kapag na-locate nila at naibigay sa atin yung eksaktong lokasyon, sigurado yan at huhulihin po natin siya.
QCPD Station 2 attempted to arrest convicted road rage murderer Rolito Go at his house in Quezon City. Go was released 3 years ago after he was given a colonist status by the new Balubid Classification Board and later on granted release by the Supreme Court. However, he is still part of the DOJ's list of those wrongfully released under the GCTA law. The authorities failed to arrest him because he was not found in his home.
Ang mga intel namin, pinamomonitor kung positive rito sa area. Kinatok naman natin, kaso medyo alanganin ng oras, dapat pinaumagahan natin.
Manhunt operations will continue, despite the PNP clarification that this will be done without any reward or bounty. The police is still urging the remaining convicts to turn themselves in and has promised to assist them safely to the Bureau of Corrections. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
Manhunt operations are still ongoing, and let's get more updates on the ground with Hannibal Telete, who's joining us on the line. Hannibal, magandang umaga sa iyo. Anong latest sa mga pagbabantay na nagawa ninyo?
Yes, Riza, alas 12:01 kagabi, natapos ang 15 araw na taning ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa mga heinous crime convicts na pinalaya sa ilalim ng Good Conduct Time Allowance Law. Simula ngayong araw kasi ay tuturing na ng pamahalaan na wanted ang mga hindi sumuko. Pero makalipas na lamang ang ilang minuto, may humabol na 3 preso. Isa na dito si Mang Roger, na late siya ng ilang minuto dahil galing pa siya sa San Mateo Rizal at bitbit ang kanyang bag na may lamang damit. 30 taon din umano ang iginugol niya sa Bilibid dahil sa kasong robbery homicide. Ang pagkakaalam niya ay pinalaya siya noong nakaraang taon dahil naisilbinan niya ang kanyang parusa. Pero nangangamba siya na sa umano'y utos ng Pangulo sa kaya siya bumalik ng kulungan para alamin kung nasa listahan ang kanyang pangalan. Kaya naman nagbaba ng direktiba ang pamunuan ng NCRPO na magsagawa ng tracking sa ilang presong napalaya dahil sa GCTA law para arestuin. Agad na nagsagawa ng tracker ang MPD sa Moriones Tondo. Isa ang naaresto at nakilala lamang sa alias na Lando na may kasong rape. 2016 umano siya pinalaya sa ilalim ng GCTA law. 9 na taon ang kanyang hatol pero 8 taon lamang ang kanyang naisilbi sa Bilibid. Ikinadismayan niya na babalik ulit siya sa kulungan. Hindi niya rin kasi alam na may utos si Pangulong Duterte ng pag-aresto sa mga napalayang preso sa ilalim ng GCTA. Ayon kay alias Lando, may trabaho na siya at isang construction. Mayroon namang 3 pang target na arestuin sana kagabi pero sinasabi na namatay na umano ayon sa mga kamag-anak. Ang iba naman ay lumipat na ng bahay at na-relocate sa malalayong lugar. Patuloy ang gagawing tracker ng mga tauhan ng MPD sa mga presong hindi natagpuan kanina. Riza?
Maraming salamat. Yan si Hannibal Telete reporting live. Now, the Senate continued its inquiry into the alleged corruption at the Bureau of Corrections. The latest revelation, hospital confinement for sale. Men Los Baños has the story.
Yu Clay, a Chinese national convicted for drug trafficking, is an inmate at the Women's Correctional in Mandaluyong. But in 2014, she spent 10 months at the Metropolitan Hospital in Binondo with the approval of then Justice Secretary Laila de Lima.
That lady spent 10 months there for a transient ischemic attack and facial pain. How does one get away with that?
Sir, I would not be able to answer that. The superintendent and even communicated with the NBP, in the Director General, to ask for help to discharge the patient.
That was not Yu Clay's first hospital pass. She was again confined at the same Binondo hospital for 23 days for heat exhaustion and hypothyroidism, a sickness that causes weight gain, itchiness, muscle aches, and hair loss.
Hypothyroidism.
Yes, Your Honor.
Marami may ganyan. Hindi nag-spend ng 33 days in prison, in the hospital, or 23 days in the hospital.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because pagka mayaman, pwedeng dalhin doon sa gustong hospital. Pagka mahirap, walang gasolina.
Over at the Bilibid prison, as a rule, sick inmates are supposed to be taken to the prison hospital. Senator Gordon asked if it's true that prisoners pay 40,000 pesos for the privilege to go to an outside hospital.
I don't remember anything like that.
There were talks about it.
There were talks?
Yeah.
You mean there were negotiations? When you say there were talks in parlance, may negosasyon.
May mga kwento.
A question from Senator Bongo about high-profile inmates bribing prison officials to carry on their illegal trade was also met with avoidance.
Wala kang nalalaman na nagpapabayad dyan sa loob?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Sa pagkaalam niyo po, wala po akong tinuturo na sino. Magkano naman po ang bayaran? Yung kapalit ng overstaying sa ospital. At hindi lang yung overstaying dyan sa Bilibid Hospital.
How would I say that?
Totoo yun?
May naririnig lang po ako.
Former CIDG Chief Benjamin Magalong testified on what he knew of the drug operations inside the new Bilibid prisons.
These Chinese drug personalities continue to remotely manage the drug trade in the entire country. And there is no truth na merong laboratories NBP. Wala po yan. Wala. And they will not take the risk. Dahil po, bakit po ako magtatayo ng isang drug laboratory when in fact, mas madali ako magpatayo sa labas?
Magalong, who is now Baguio City Mayor, helped plan the crackdown on illegal activities inside the Bilibid, but he was left out when the raid was eventually carried out by then Justice Secretary de Lima. He revealed to senators behind closed doors the names of active and retired policemen involved in the drug trade. The Blue Ribbon Committee investigation was prompted by the scandal over GCTA prisoner releases, but more and more, the inquiry is taking us back to what allegedly happened during the time of Secretary de Lima. Reporting for News 5, Mean Los Baños, we are One News.
And here are the biggest stories from the dailies. The Health Department has declared a nationwide polio outbreak following confirmation of its re-emergence in the country after 19 years. The Philippine Star reports that the DOH declared a polio epidemic after a case was recorded in Lanao del Sur. Now, authorities report that environmental samples from a sewage in Tondo, Manila and waterways in Davao City also tested positive for polio virus. Now, the DOH urges parents to have their children vaccinated against polio to help control the outbreak. Authorities raided a sex den in Parañaque, rescuing over 50 Chinese nationals engaged in alleged prostitution. Filipino Star ngayon reports that transactions happened through a mobile app, WeChat, wherein sex service bookings range from 9,000 to 21,000 pesos. Prior to this, authorities also raided another sex den in Makati earlier this month. Police say initial information lead to a foreign syndicate running these illegal operations in Metro Manila. And this from the free man. Asian Games gold medalist Margielyn Didal looks to kill two birds with one stone as she sees action in the Skate Street League Skateboarding World Championships. Starting today in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Didal will try to earn points to qualify for the Tokyo Olympics while hoping to use her participation here as part of her build-up for the upcoming 30th Southeast Asian Games. Now she needs to muster up all the points that she could get after failing to participate in the Skateboarding Open in Qingfeng, China earlier this month. With her is Daniel Letterman, who is set to represent the country in the men's division. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.